Welcome to our podcast. We'll figure something out. It's your hostess with the mostest, Sister Sisters. I'm Amy.
And I'm Katie, and we're back from spring break.
Woo!
Remember to like and subscribe, and we'll get the party started.
Yeah, let's do it.
So
It's been a while.
it's been a while. Spring break.
Spring break.
What happened?
Full week of spring break, dude. Full week of spring
Yes.
break. So we finished off with Kids Not Too Happy.
Yes.
Kids Not Too Happy.
Mm-hmm.
But I think overall it was good.
10 out of 10?
10, I mean, for me, yeah.
Okay.
So, Yosemite,
Mm-hmm.
not very far to get to.
So how long did it take to drive?
Okay, so we stayed in an Airbnb, like, okay.
Rewind.
Stayed in Airbnb,
Yeah.
and it said 24 miles to Yosemite National Park.
So you didn't stay in the
No,
park.
so I was
But
like,
there's
24,
places to stay in the
24
park?
miles, we'll just drive there, right?
Yeah, 24 miles. It's like 30 minutes.
Okay.
Round it up. Or
Well, 24 miles is more like 40 minutes because it's windy.
so. Ew.
And when we finally got there, Morgan was humming the Jurassic Park song the whole time because we were like gonna get there and it was just gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? And we get into the gates to pay to get in, and we're like, we're there,
Mhm.
right?
We're there.
No, it's another 30 minutes to get to Yosemite Valley.
No, I'd have already turned around and canceled it right
We
there.
didn't know
See,
that.
I'm not
We
a fan
just
of that
thought,
kind
oh,
of
we're
stuff.
gonna drive maybe 10 more minutes and we get to there. But no, another 30 minutes. So it was like an hour. It was a little over an hour to
To
get there.
actually get
To get
there.
there, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Every day?
So
You guys went there every day?
no.
Oh,
So
okay.
we went. So
I
we
guess I don't
got
get it.
there and then we just stayed at the place because it was like a gated community,
Mhm.
so you had to pay to get in.
To the Airbnb?
Yes, because it's like a gated community
You
on
had
a
to pay
private
to get
lake.
into the...
Yes.
Was it included in your Airbnb?
No, it was separately.
Okay.
But the
that's
Airbnb was
too
pretty
rich.
cheap, though.
That's too
It was
rich.
it was like a Richie Rich, like,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? So it had its own private lake, you know.
Mhm.
It was like its own like city. It was really weird, super weird. It was really cool Airbnb. But no, so we stayed there I keep saying Airbnb like I'm so cool. We stayed there that night, and then we got up early, and that's when we went.
Okay.
And then so we stayed there. So Birdie was very sick.
Okay.
He
The
got-
day you guys got there?
he
Or when
kind
you
of
woke
woke up
up?
that day and was like, there's that cold going
Mhm.
around, and I think everybody from school got it. Like, he was like, could not breathe. He was stuffed up. I'm like, this is gonna stink.
I thought when
But
you
we're
said he
trucking.
wasn't feeling good, I thought he had the norovirus just crapping his brains out. I'm like, oh
No. He was just very like achy, stuffy
Oh.
nose sort of situation. So he was tired. I felt bad because I'm like,
Mhm.
this isn't a vacation for somebody that's sick.
no.
You're walking around,
Yeah.
and you're hiking.
Yeah,
Okay.
and that's something he liked.
Yeah. No. Yeah. So we got there. So the next morning we woke up and we went there, and then we realized, oh, it took an hour to get there. Right. We got out and we were freezing.
Was it cold there? Like,
It was cold in the morning, but parts of the place would get really hot. It was really weird because we were like shorts,
yeah, what are you supposed to
pants,
wear?
whatever. So we did a couple waterfalls, and then
So you just park and walk everywhere?
yes, but there's also a
Fine.
shuttle that takes you to every little place.
Like
There's tons of hikes, different kind of places
special
to go.
places or
Yeah.
whatever.
But there was places to pull off to go see first, and then when you get there, we got to this first waterfall, and we went up to it, and on our way back we saw this bird. Okay, and it's sitting on the rock, and people are petting it.
The bird?
The bird. And
Wait.
you know me, I'm like, okay, I've never been to Yosemite, and I'm like, dude, I'm gonna see stuff I haven't seen before. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause, right? This is like, right? And I'm just like,
To the bird?
no, I'm like telling Morgan, I'm like, what kind of bird is that?
What's happening?
What kind of bird is
Yeah.
that? It was like a white bird and it had a little bit of red. Morgan's like, that looks like a chicken. I said, that's not a chicken. It looks
You know
like
what
a,
chicken looks like.
it looks like a, not a sparrow, but like a regular kind of bird, right? And I'm like, why is it letting it pet people? Okay. So we walk out and then we see that there's a family with it.
They brought their bird?
They brought their bird and set it up on the rock. Did I take a picture or something?
Wait, hold on.
But
Like
people
the
were
pet
petting
bird.
Yes.
Okay. To Yosemite.
Yes.
So the bird gets to check it off his bucket list.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay. Did you pet the bird?
I didn't, but
Okay.
we were like, Morgan's like, dude, that's their pet bird. I'm like,
Shit.
I was just too stunned to talk, sort of situation. I'm like,
That's
okay,
so
I guess
funny.
I've seen it all.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That's funny because the other day I went somewhere and this girl was driving like a maniac and she just come around the corner and no tinted windows.
Oh
And
god,
she's
you
got
see it
a
all the way through.
freaking bird on her shoulder
she-
driving, and I'm like,
What?
it was like a parrot. I think it was like a white parrot. I'm like, okay,
Oh
just
my
take your bird for a
gosh.
drive. I'm like,
And it was probably one of
I
those things you
can't.
probably didn't even laugh. You were just
No.
probably just like, yep, that's what happens.
this is life. This is, I mean, whatever makes you happy.
Like around here?
yes,
We-
I don't know who it was. I have no
That's
idea.
hilarious.
I was just like, I think after when I started driving home,
Yeah.
I was like, wait, did that really happen? And then I started laughing.
Oh yeah. You're like,
Figure it out.
I gotta tell Amy that one. That's funny. So yeah, then we ate at a place, which was
Inside there?
Yeah. It was actually at the lodge kind of thing, like at the hotel. There's a hotel there,
Mm.
which I didn't even know mom and dad stayed there
Is that where
one
they
night.
stayed?
Yeah. But we went to. Then we were like, oh, let's go on a hike.
Mm.
Let's go find a hike. So like, we walked. They're like, oh, Mirror Lake. So it had the arrow pointing that way.
Mhm.
So we're like, we parked and then we walked. Well, that was the road to go to Mirror Lake.
Wait, you just walked the road. So not everything's hiking distance or walking distance or whatever.
No, but if you got on the shuttle, it was fine. It would take
How do
you
you
to
have
each
a
spot.
shuttle through there?
There's
I just
there's
don't-
like
I
a
guess I don't
one-way road. It's
understand.
I didn't understand until I got there. Yeah, it's really weird.
So it's not like Yellowstone.
No. This is yeah.
So yeah, no.
So we walked a mile to get to that hiking thing. Okay. And then we're like, okay, let's try it, right? So we just started going down this trail, and
This is the first day.
this is the first day. We
You
start.
guys
We're just gonna
fully
walk,
committed on the
Yeah.
first day.
and we start like it's like a 90-degree freaking incline, and it kept going and
You
kept
needed
going
those,
and
like,
kept going.
sticks.
Yeah, yeah. And
Walking
then
stick
Morgan or Brody was back there, and he's just huffing because he's so sick.
You have an inhaler for
I
it?
feel horrible because he's so sick, And so Morgan's like, let me go around the corner and see if it still keeps going straight up.
Yeah.
And if it still does, we'll just pack her on up and go do something else. And sure enough, it was like that. And so it was worse going downhill because you couldn't really catch yourself.
Yeah. It's
You know?
like-
So yeah, that, what else did we do that day? I don't know what else we did that day. I think we just walked around a couple
Figured
areas
it
there.
out.
Yeah, it was just like a let's chill, lay back sort of situation. And then we went back, and I told Morgan, I'm like, listen, let's take tomorrow off. I'm not gonna drive another hour there and
Let's take
another hour
tomorrow
back, right? And then we'll regroup. Is what we called it. Regroup. Get Brody better, and we'll go back again.
Yeah.
So that's what we did, and we had freaking turkeys. And our Airbnb lady said, because there's like no trespassing,
Did you have to pay to look at the turkeys?
right? I know. There's like no trespassing
Uh-huh.
signs, and she said the neighbor on the left hand side is very like, don't trespass situation. Not very happy. So when we got there, they're outside. It was like an older
The
couple,
people.
and they have 2 dogs. And then I'm like, oh great, here we go.
Mhm.
But then the turkeys came, and then Morgan's gobbling.
Yeah.
Okay, and we're outside gobbling. He gets those neighbors' dogs barking, and I'm like, Morgan,
Kicked out of here.
you're gonna get us kicked out.
You're gobbling.
You're gobbling. Yeah. So they also let us know that they had Ring cameras outside
Mm-hmm.
because security. So
Yeah.
she was like, we just have that just
At
so
least
you know.
she warned you.
Yeah, but me and Allie were outside getting stuff, and Morgan comes out, and he's on the porch, and he lets out the biggest fart ever.
You know the lady's laughing.
And I go,
You know she saved
and he goes,
that clip. No.
and I go, I point right at to the Ring camera. I said,
She saved
she's
that.
got that.
She saved it.
She's got that. You know, Morgan goes,
100%. She probably like has like an
oh yeah,
album
oh
of
yeah,
what people
of
have done.
stupid stuff.
Just to laugh.
Oh yeah. I'm like, are you kidding me? So then we go back the third day, and we're like, oh, we gotta pay $35 to get in the park.
So you guys just literally just sat around the second day?
We went to the lake,
Okay.
but everything
Did
you
you
couldn't.
swim?
No, you couldn't kayak because
So you didn't
it
need a
wasn't.
bikini?
No bikinis.
No bikinis.
Nope. We went to. We went on a little hike, and Brody said, I thought this was our rest day.
Oh, the second day.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we went on another little. So, like,
Brody said thought it was rest day.
and it wasn't rest day.
Wasn't
I
rest
guess.
day.
You know, we were very upset because we were gonna play a little pickleball
Did you have a court?
and wait for there was courts,
Well,
and
of
then
course.
and the house
probably
had
paid for it.
pickleball and tennis. We get there's a code that you have to go pay for a pass to do it.
Stop.
I'm like,
That's
okay, we're not
too
playing pickle.
Rich.
I know. I was kind of irritated
Like
about
I
that.
get, a gated community, but
I was a little irritated about that.
you're too rich if you're doing that kind of stuff.
So we went at a time where things weren't open yet. But
Oh.
but Yosemite was totally fine. Actually,
Mhm.
Yosemite, they say this is the perfect time to go
and that's when
because
you
the
were-
waterfalls
that's why you were
are
going.
insane. The waterfalls are insane. They really are. It's kind of crazy.
Do
to
they
see
let?
it.
I mean, obviously right now, not right now because it's cold. But do they let people swim in this? Or is
Yeah,
it
there
all natural
is
thing?
places that you go in and you can swim. Yeah, and there's a place where you could float
That's cool.
and stuff like that. Yeah. So I would like to go back. I seriously would.
That's
honestly.
fine.
Yeah, I would. It's almost like something that you don't think it's in California. You know what I'm saying? But I did want to see the big sequoia trees.
Okay, hold on.
Like the big ass trees.
what is this equation?
You know, the huge ass, like tall, and their trunks are like,
Just a big old tree.
yes,
What's special about them? Because they're big.
but they're so big.
Is it like the ones where the one person like
Paul Bunyan?
Yeah, or
Yeah.
they carved out when he drove through
Yes,
it.
yes.
Is that what that is?
I don't know if that one is there, but I
'cause we
think there
did
is
that.
some.
We drove through the tree.
Okay, it wasn't. Yeah, no.
Oh,
But I
okay.
wanted to go to. But that's on the south side of Yosemite. So there's a whole
Too much.
There's a whole huge national park, and Yosemite Valley where we went to is like in the middle.
I feel like
And there's
why
too
are
much
we talking
driving.
about this. I feel like you need a Girl Scout
Ranger vest.
the little hat when
Dude,
you're talking.
I'm-
It's too much for me.
I'm really upset with myself because I almost got
A
Brant a
Ranger.
Ranger vest, dude. I was like, I don't know why I didn't do it.
Which is better, the seagull or the Ranger?
I don't know, dude. He probably would have lost his crap on it, dude.
That's
Oh my
funny.
God.
But right, like, but the fact that you know the name of trees right now is like I
Oh
can't.
my god.
So
Oh
you
my
need
God.
like you need a Ranger vest.
I
for
do
sure.
need a Ranger vest.
Okay, so anyways,
But I like I said, Brody and Allie think we're old because. But I see Brody's like, this would have
But he
been really
enjoys these
cool.
things.
He said this would have been really cool if I wasn't sick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He
I
would have
get it.
enjoyed it. He did enjoy it. Actually, so the last day we're eating. Okay, we just get there and we
Mhm.
go and eat,
Mhm.
and he goes, "I'm up for it." We said, "Come in."
bruh.
He's up for the Mist Trail. That's what we were gonna try to do the first day.
Oh,
He says,
circle
"I
back
can do
around
it.
to
I
the
can do it. I can do
90
it."
degree trail.
We said, "We sure about that?" So, anyways, we did it.
The last day.
Yeah, I mean, I was ahead of everybody the whole time,
Just
dude. I
trucking.
was just trucking, dude. I was just
Congrats.
trucking. Yeah, we had to. There was people stopping. Oh my god, it was just like.
Was there a lot
But
of
there
people?
was little kids running up and down it. Like there was old people doing it, and Brody's just like,
Did he have his flops on? Or
oh
he
my,
have tennis
no,
shoes?
he had tennis shoes on. He had tennis shoes on. But we did make it to
You
the
did
first bridge. We could have went further up to more,
Mhm.
but like I think that trail always goes all the way up to like Mount Whitney, which is like 2,000. I don't know how many miles it is. It's crazy. I know. I know. I I missed my calling, dude. I should
I
have been the one at the
guess.
gate.
I guess so.
But speaking of the gate, so the third day we went,
oh
and
yeah,
we're like, oh, we got to pay $35 again to get in the national park.
every day.
Yeah. So the lady was training this, like, I swear to God, he was 80.
Well, maybe that's his life dream to work there.
He was training him, and he said,
80.
and they were talking to
on.
each other, so I gave him the card to run it, and they're like, so this gives them 7-day pass. That's, it's Morgan's window, so I go, huh? 7 days? 7 days? I go, wait a second. So I'm like looking at receipts, trying to find the receipt in the car, and then I remembered I canned one to Allie because she wanted one for her gum, and it was that receipt. So Morgan's like, we got a receipt, but it's got my daughter's gum in it.
Did they laugh?
She's like, oh, that's okay. Just show them that.
Just
And
show
I'm
the
like,
date or
okay. So
whatever.
they refunded or whatever. But that
Oh my
was pretty funny
So you get 7 days in
Yeah.
the park.
in the park. Yeah. So we
Is it like
did.
a park hopper?
We did get. Well, yeah, because there's a crap ton of stuff to
Don't get it,
do.
I guess.
So we went. So we did get on the shuttle,
Mm.
and we did go to some places, and then we drove over. There's a museum that we went through.
Mhm.
I know.
So like, what kind of museum? Like animal?
There's animals, and it just shows you all about it.
Okay.
And then the Indians, and then it showed there was a guy in there like hitting arrowheads, making
That's pretty
arrowheads,
cool.
and he did like a couple of tricks on the
Oh, an
kids.
actual guy doing
Yeah,
it. Oh,
yeah,
that's cool.
yeah.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, and then they had I'm like, you guys want to? They had a theater, so it
Mm-hmm.
had like little video. You guys want to go in there? And we're like, yeah. And so the next thing I know, Morgan's like,
In the theater.
yeah, he's sleeping.
How long was the video?
Like 25 minutes, 20 minutes.
Is he sleeping?
He's sleeping, dude. But it was good just to sit there for a second.
Yeah.
But then, like,
go
you walked
lap
around, they
nap.
had, like, houses that the Indians, like, they had. It was pretty cool.
That's
it was
really
pretty
cool. That's really cool. See,
It
I
was
like that kind of stuff where they have like that shows you what they've done or whatever.
Yeah. And then we ended up having dinner there, and then we finished it off, like, one more little walk. And so I said, Brody, I bribed him because he's sick. I'm like, listen, can we just do one more before we leave? One more. This one says 24 minutes, round trip,
round trip.
totally fine. And so we did it, and me and Morgan were walking, and the sign said, like a 40-degree.
It tells you?
Yeah, I was saying it, and like we both looked at each other and we go, "Don't say anything." And Allie and Brody, they're getting some cute little bonding time.
Oh, I love it.
We got some
Holding
cute little
hands,
bonding
skipping and
time.
stuff.
Yeah. So they were behind us, probably talking crap out of us.
Probably.
They were behind us, and I hear Allie go, "Not the steep grade," and then me and Morgan look at each other and go. But we walked around, and it was like he got really into it. Then it made me feel good about that. Yeah, that was fun. So, but we played. They had a Monopoly game. Not all the
pay for it.
Not all the pieces were there. So for Virginia, we used Morgan's pocket knife. And then I forgot there was another one we used Morgan's Sam's Club card.
Nice.
So
Speaking of Sam's Club card,
oh God,
Dad lost his Sam's Club card. That was one of them.
that's why he needs to get the app, and his Sam's Club card is in it all the time.
That was another one that he lost.
Oh no!
Yeah, I know.
Is that the church one or theirs? Because doesn't he have both?
No, just one.
Oh,
But I guess you could just go down and they'll give
you
him
can
a
give
new
me
one. But I remember that was another thing in
that
there.
was another
that
thing. He needs to get it on the app, dude. I can't believe he doesn't, because you can get things cheaper on Scan and Go.
So you have to pay for it on there, huh? No. Oh no, you can pay for it up at the
Oh no, you have to pay
I'm
on.
not gonna do it. Speaking of this though, really quick, because I have the Costco app.
Okay.
Because I never want to try to look for my card, so I use my thing, right?
Yeah.
So we went. Brian wanted to go to a different Costco,
Okay.
a bigger Costco,
Okay.
and he's like, "It's not very far. It's not very far."
Like Yosemite?
And I'm like, "Well, there's not really one close."
Yeah.
So we're down in Sacramento. We go all the way down to Sacramento. First of all, this is the smallest Costco I've ever seen in my life.
I wonder where it was at.
It was all backwards. The food court had like 2 tables. It was chaotic. I had the most anxiety.
Oh,
ever.
yeah.
But I had to go to the bathroom so bad.
yeah.
And I was like trying to hurry up to scan my thing to walk in, and it goes off like it's scanned, and he goes, "You can't go in." I'm like, dude, listen, I'm gonna pee on your floor.
You're gonna.
He was just rude. And he's like, Well, next time, just let you know you don't have to make it big for it to do it. Just keep it at the regular size. Listen,
You
last
have it.
time I went to Costco, they told me don't do that. So somebody at Mr. Costco needs to figure it out.
God, you know what?
He was so rude. He was so rude.
So do you have a picture on yours?
Yeah, it's ugly. It's so ugly. And so it pops up.
Yeah.
They have tablets.
It pops
And
up.
your whole face is on the tablet.
It's like literally, what is it? TSA
it's
status
gross.
there.
The
not,
way that we're...
Not Sam's Club.
No.
Everybody comes in on your
Everybody
card.
and your mom.
Everybody's
Come on
getting
in.
Sam's
Here's your card.
Club
Here's your
stuff.
card. Team Sam's Club.
Yeah.
Like, I was just so annoyed because I'm
I
like,
would've
first of
been
all, you
annoyed.
don't need to be rude. Just say,
No,
hey, it didn't
people-
scan.
Be kind, rewind.
I was so mad.
I'd have been ticked.
I'm
I'd
like,
have been ticked.
come on, dude.
I'd have been ticked, dude.
Come on. I know people have bad days, but that
Yep.
wasn't a bad day. You were just being rude.
Yep. Rudy cat.
I'm like, I just have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not
Well-
going to come and steal stuff from Costco, bro. Like, oh my
Remember
gosh.
when we went to Great America?
What?
And we were at the hotel, and when we put she put the hotel on her card,
Credit card, mom.
but she didn't have her license.
She forget it or something?
She didn't. Yeah, she didn't. I don't know what it was. She didn't have her license, and they said, "Well, we need your license because it was all in her name."
Yes.
And they were trying to figure that all out, and she said she needed to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And I don't know. He said some. She was.
To go
I
to
have
the bathroom!
my license to go to the bathroom.
They're like, no, ma'am. You can go to the bathroom.
No, ma'am. It's okay. It's okay.
But it's
Oh,
just like
gosh.
the way you talk to people.
Yeah. No. I
Just
agree.
Be nice.
I agree.
And it wasn't
I
like there
agree.
was a big old line. There was nobody behind me. Like the way he was just like, I looked at Brian. I'm like, dude,
Dude,
you're messing with the wrong one.
I'm gonna go get me some wieners.
I was mad.
Food court wieners.
So what we were talking about before. Sam's Club.
Dude,
Dude.
when Mom said that, yeah,
Sam's Club.
yeah, no, she was saying where Brian stayed at in Las Vegas.
Viva.
Viva,
Las
yes,
Vegas.
yes.
Oh yeah.
Morgan's like, so where did you? No, actually, Morgan was talking to Brian. Morgan asked, "Where'd you guys stay at in?"
In Vegas.
And
First of all, you know Brian don't know it.
no, and
He doesn't
she
even
just
know.
totally just chimes in on the thing. She's like, "Sam's Club," and Morgan just sat there and he goes, "Sam's Club?
Sam's Club.
Like, did in Sam's Club? They eat wieners at the food court for dinner?
But they have for dinner.
Were they sleeping in the playhouse? Like, what were they?
What was it called? Sam something, right?
Sam's Town?
So she wasn't off.
No, I don't know. Something.
I think it was something like that.
I don't know, but
Sam's Club.
so we always Sam's Club. We don't even call it Sam's Club. Sam's
No,
Club.
it's Sam's Club. So funny. Oh gosh, I swear.
So you watched Coda for us.
Mm-hmm. Sure did. Her love her Aunt Tay Tay. Her love her Aunt Tay Tay.
It's sad to leave her because it was so weird. Like, so we had like a 2-bedroom.
Mm.
So Allie stayed in 1 bedroom.
I was wondering how that happened.
Me and Morgan slept in 1, and then Brody slept on the couch
Did they have the Rochambeau?
because they only had 1 TV in the place.
the whole place.
Yeah. So he just stayed in there. Oh, he was totally fine with it.
Really?
But like it was like weird to wake up and not have a wedge in between
Mhm.
you. But it was sad.
Oh yeah, because you're missing
Yeah.
a part of your family.
But it was kind of nice to have everything laid out and not have to worry
Don't
about
worry about a single thing.
one thing.
Single thing. Yes, I could see why you would think that would be relaxing. For sure, because she does like to take things. And you know, with age, I will say she has gotten better with that. Because a couple years ago, when she stayed with me,
Oh God.
she took my wallflower out of the wall and took it outside.
Like what was she thinking when she like took it off the wall? Out of the plug.
I gotta go outside to grab something, grab it off the wall.
It's like that she's overstimulated. Like
That's what it
I don't
is.
know. It's like she's got to have something
It is.
in her mouth at all times.
It really is.
She had one of the sharp knives in her mouth last night, sticking straight out. She jumped up and grabbed it.
So yeah, she used to do every time like I'd let them go out to the bathroom, she'd always take something out.
Something.
And this time she wasn't bad.
Yeah.
And then Brian says something. Has she taken anything outside? I said, no. He goes, well, that's funny because your Ugg slipper was outside. And I'm like, oh, I didn't get her to do that. So.
Please tell me it wasn't chewed up.
No.
Okay,
no.
thank God.
Yeah.
That's funny. Because
What's
that
that right out
slipper
there?
was outside.
Ugg slipper. What else? There was a couple like little trinket toys.
Yeah, that's. Those are the favorites.
Those are them. And well, on Sunday, I was outside looking, and she must have took one of my hair clips outside because there was.
Wait, was that the first day?
No, Sunday as in Easter.
Oh, Easter. Yes,
and
yes,
I was
yes.
like, that's weird. I didn't bring this out here. One of like my cute hair clips. So she was pretty good on that.
On that day, yeah.
Like
Okay,
taking
throughout the
stuff
whole
out.
thing.
Because
Okay.
usually I feel like she's grown up on that
Yeah,
with age, you know.
I guess.
But you just don't know with her, you know. And I said,
She's one that if it's quiet, it's bad.
and that's what he's like. It's weird because like, is she resting? Because she doesn't really like to rest at our house.
She's probably restless. Yeah. And
So-
that's how Bella is at my house.
Yeah.
She doesn't like to rest
They
because
don't
it's just
nap.
like they're out of their ordinary, they're out of their routine.
So if she sneaks behind the couch, that's where she likes to nap.
Mm-hmm.
She has to hide.
She
So-
has to
but
hide,
that's
yeah.
her spot. And I'm like, tell everybody, be quiet. Let her take a little nap back there because that's the only time she relaxes. So you never know what's happening, right? So, but at our house, she got a 3-course meal. Okay? 3-course meal. All right. So she started with an appetizer with a side salad.
She ate a salad?
No. A whole thing of weeds.
A whole thing of what?
Weeds in the backyard. Because we had some tall weeds on the side. And I walk out. Because I just,
She ate weeds?
yeah, I go out and because they're out there for a while. So I'm
You gotta double
making
check,
sure
make
she
sure
didn't
there's-
get out.
Yeah.
And I saw her like go out there and look. And she's like,
Is she a goat?
she looks over at me like I caught her. I'm like, yum.
She's got it sticking out of her mouth?
Just eating weeds. I'm like, So she starts with a side salad. Okay. Gets better. It gets better. So, a little bit later in the day, so we have all the birds, right? There's
Yes.
like 50 birds in the backyard. And I was like, maybe we shouldn't bring the birds out.
Yeah.
But she was perfectly fine. She just
She
sniffing.
totally was fine?
Yes.
That's crazy.
She's
I
sniffing their bums.
I thought the little ones that she'd like
I
at
know.
least
I was a little nervous.
carry them around.
Yeah. So no, she didn't even bother him or nothing. So Brian puts like a container, it's probably a 2-pound of the water jug and the chicken feed. And there's another time she was gone for a long time, and Bella had came in, and that's when I get anxious because I'm like, did she get out somewhere? Because Bella came in and she's like, no, it was Bella snitching on her.
It's
That's what it
Bella's.
was. So I come out and I'm looking and I see her and I thought she had something on her face that looked like white. I'm like, what are you doing, cocaine? Like, what are you doing? Right? And I'm like, oh, whatever, she's fine. I go back in the house. And then she's out there for a while again. All right, she needs to come in. Because what's happening? So I sneak over to the side of the house. She had dumped the chicken feed as her main course. 2 pounds, Aim. The whole thing, because Brian had just filled it up. She dumped it over, and she ate 2 pounds of chicken feed.
She ate the whole thing?
Not one crumb left behind. Maybe on her nose.
She ate chicken feed?
I'm like, great, she's gonna be thrown up. I was stressed.
2 pounds of chicken feed.
I was stressed. You don't even know.
I mean, is it good? I mean,
well, I've never tried it. I mean, Bella doesn't eat it.
why, dude?
So I'm like, she's gonna get sick.
Yeah.
Well, even if you
That's
feed
probably
her.
why I thought she'd be eating the weeds afterwards.
No, yeah. No, so I'm like, stressing out because she always gets sick after anything she eats.
If she eats too much crap,
So I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah,
great,
yeah.
now I'm gonna be having to pick up, throw up somewhere.
Ooh,
And I
ooh.
said, and so I catch her, right? She looks at me. I'm like, say gut. She's just looking at me, and I'm like, okay, I've given up. You know, Whatever. It's already gone. There's nothing to do
God,
about
so
it.
that's why you had to go get more chicken feed?
Right? So, okay, whatever. And she was fine all day. She never threw up. Nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. So later that night.
This is all in one day?
One day, I said, if this dog dies on my watch, I swear I'm not burying her in my yard.
No. Oh my
I
God.
said she cannot die on my watch. And so it was like late. And I was like, I noticed there was something in the living room like white on the ground. I'm like, what is that? And I'm not thinking anything of it. And then we were all gonna get ready to go to bed, you know. So I go in the bathroom and I see the trash.
No.
The trash is everywhere. And I'm like, oh, that's what was in the living room.
Yeah.
It was toilet paper. So for dessert, she had a tampon.
The whole thing?
It was gone. I have to laugh about it now because I'm just like, this dog is gonna kill me. And I'm like, so the reason why I didn't text you and tell you because I know she's done it before. So I'm like, she's gonna survive.
She's gonna survive.
She's gonna survive.
What an idiot.
So I'm like,
I mean, is she literally just
I mean, there were like bits of toilet paper just shredded.
Just shredded.
That's why I didn't know what it was. I was like, what is that? And then I'm like, she still does that? Gets in the trash?
Yeah. No,
I
we
didn't
have
think
to.
about putting my trash
Well,
up.
yeah, trash can, kitchen trash can goes up. All bathroom doors have to be shut. She will
Mhm.
get underwear and
That's what
tampons
happened. She snuck in
or
and got
pads or whatever.
snuck in and got dessert. Dessert wine's out.
Well, it's been a week, so she's still alive.
I'm just like, so the next morning, Brian comes home.
So she's on like a what's it called, the watch. We gotta watch them.
like the 72-hour watches. Yes, I was so scared.
5150 her.
Yeah, I was like, I kept checking because I'm like, don't do it. So Brian came home the next morning.
Oh God.
And she pulled the like, oh, I gotta go outside.
Yeah.
Really fast, you know. And so Brian goes out and was like with him for a second. And he comes in and she's like, dude, she just took the fattest crap I've ever seen a dog take. And he's like, what did that dog eat? I said, so would you like to know the 3-course meal that she had yesterday?
What an it was he like just stunned?
He started laughing because he's like, well, that would make sense because her crab was so big.
Oh my
He goes,
God.
I don't even know how that came out of her.
I
'Cause I
swear,
hadn't told
dude.
her. I
I
hadn't told
swear.
I know.
Like, I don't get her.
I know.
Does she want to die?
She's a different breed. There's something different about that one.
I don't get it. I could think like
No, I
she'd chew
know.
up some toys or something, but not like.
So then she got Brant's little. She doesn't chew. She hadn't chewed anything up, but Pop took Brant to McDonald's the day before.
Okay.
So he had one of those little Minecraft.
I did hear that
boxes.
because Brant said, "Can we go in?"
Yes, he wanted to go in. Like he thinks he's gonna trick somebody one day.
Yeah, that's what's going
Like,
on.
cause then Dad goes, "Do you usually take them in?" I'm like, "No, we
There's no
don't."
playground or anything in
No,
there.
What's the point? So it has this little person in it, and it was on the ground, and we were gonna go to Mom and Dad's, and he's wanting that toy or whatever.
Yeah.
He picks up. What happened? And I'm like, I don't know. Nothing's wrong with it. He goes, what's wrong with its face? And I look at it, and somebody had chewed its face. I'm like, it's okay. It just coated.
You would you wonder like right now there's a sock outside. She tried to take Birdie's hat out this morning. You know, like you would wonder like it's gotta get old, right?
That's what I'm saying. Like, you're how old? It's so funny because like I just sit back and watch her sometimes.
Oh yeah.
And then I watch Bella watching her.
Watch her,
It's
like,
literally like a big sister like watching her. Like, you sure about
you
that?
Sure about that?
She probably was
You
over
need
there
all that chicken feed?
looking over like, it's probably not that good. You sure about
Yeah.
that?
I mean, did she have water at least?
Oh yeah,
Suck
and that stinking thing was so thirsty all the time.
Dude,
She's always
she's thirsty here too.
thirsty. It must have been that same night because we were getting ready to go to bed, and she's like,
She gotta wash
looking
that
at me.
tampon down, dude.
And she drank a whole bowl of food, or drank a whole bowl of water. And I'm like, before bed?
Yeah, because she can't go in and out by herself. You gotta.
4 o'clock. We were up at 4. And I'm like, well, at this point, Coda, we ain't going back to bed.
Is that what she? Does she scratch at the back door?
She did. But not the whole week she didn't. That was
Really?
only 9, but it was because she drank that whole bowl of water before she went to bed. She did.
And she's really loud too, dude.
I'm
Oh,
like, you
God.
thirsty kid? She's freaking funny.
2 pounds is pretty big.
Yeah. Quite a bit of
I
chicken.
mean, were the chickens just watching her?
Oh, I'm sure. I mean,
Like-
I don't know. It was already gone by the time I got out there. Because I was like,
Oh,
what
my
are you eating? And then I
gosh.
seen the thing flipped over. And... Nice.
What a stupid dog, dude.
Dumb dog.
Yeah, so yeah, we owe you chicken feed now. I thought you were gonna tell me she chewed up your Ugg slipper, and I'm just like,
Oh, no.
she's actually worse when there's another dog. You know what I'm saying? Like,
She has to act out.
there's a big hole in the backyard.
Well, there's a couple holes. And I was like, because when they get together, they like to dig.
No, that's what it happens.
They do, both of them. And so when I walked, I fell in it.
Yeah, I fell in the,
I fell in the hole. And I'm like,
Where'd this come from?
who's digging in my yard? And I'm looking at them, and I'm like, who's the culprit?
Yeah.
Well, only one had a brown nose. And that was yours. So I said, let me check your pawpaws.
Yeah. Let me see him.
She was digging at China. And I'm like, where are you going? Where are you going?
I don't know. So we have this one hole in our backyard. Was like the draining, because we're on a slant.
Mm-hmm.
So what they do in the backyard is they put drain in the yard,
Okay.
so it drains to the front of the yard and goes out the
okay.
thing.
Okay.
Well, having them both over and digging, they've digged all my drainage out,
Mhm.
so it kind of floods back there a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But there's this one hole that just won't. We can't keep. Like we keep putting dirt in it, but
Mhm.
it's fresh dirt. So
you
it's
don't wanna
like,
dig to dig.
so right now it's still there, but I'm like, as soon as Bella comes over or
It's on.
Bear
It's
comes
game
over,
on.
that hole's gonna be. And I literally twisted my ankle.
Yeah, she did good one on this one. I was like, dig it out, dig it out. It was like pretty deep. I was like, get it,
She's
girl.
freaking an
Your
idiot,
arms
dude.
are probably sore, bro. No, she's funny though.
Well, that's what GK said. She's like, she looks like she's limping, walking weird. I'm
She
like,
just walked sideways.
like chill.
She was fine. She's fine. She's fine. She's fine.
So when I went and picked her up, like she on all the way home was like laying in the back seat, and then we
Dead.
got home and I think she went up into Birdie's under his bed, and just like,
I'm done.
I'm done. I don't think we saw her for like a day.
Well, between that and she's getting wore out from Brant, because it's like chaos the way, and she likes it though.
Oh, okay.
Like she goes and messes with them to get them going. And
But
like,
how much of his food did she eat?
oh, that's the only thing that drives me insane.
Because you have a routine. That's the only thing that sucks. You have a routine with Brant.
Well, Brant's not one to just sit down and eat his meal.
He's a grazer.
He is.
likes to come back to
All
it.
day long. Well, you can't graze.
Not with her.
So
Nope.
it's breakfast time, and I'm going like holding the plate up so that she's in my lap, he's in my lap, and I'm holding the plate.
No!
Like, Brant, just eat the dang waffles.
And she won't give up.
No,
she just sits there and
doesn't.
she won't give up.
Mm-mm. Or like Brian will come home in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, don't sit on the couch because she's gonna get on the couch.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
she's
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
get down there and she's gonna get in your lap.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
don't fight it.
No,
And
no.
So that's your own fault. But she's like, as close
She
as
loves
you can
him,
get.
dude. She
Oh my
freaking loves
gosh.
him.
The second he comes home, it's like a whole different thing. Like, and she didn't get to see him much because he was working
Yeah,
or
no,
sleeping.
yeah.
So he'd let her sneak into his room
Okay.
and sleep with her.
That's pretty
sleep,
sweet.
Yeah,
Sweet.
sleep with him.
That's
few
pretty
days.
sweet.
So she does. She loves him. She got a couple wash of chaws. But yeah, she really does. She loves Brian, her Uncle Brian.
I don't know what I would do if we had nobody to watch them.
Well, I know. It's like
I
a kid. I don't trust nobody to watch my
I
kid.
couldn't imagine dropping her off at daycare.
Wouldn't
that be sad?
Put him in the.
We were.
Why?
Oh no! I went and got a kennel cough shot. Her ass was going to the kennel, dude. I was having such anxiety, but I was just like, what do I do?
I couldn't have done it. Now thinking about it, I know people do it, and it's a thing.
But this place was like they let the dogs even come in their bed, you know. So I was like, but you gotta hide your trash cans.
Hide your trash cans. Hide your tampons.
Hide your chicken feet.
Put your chicken feet up. I wouldn't even have thought she'd have messed with that because she'd sniffed it a couple days.
Yeah. I think she gets bored sometimes, and she's just
freaking
like,
bored.
Yeah,
she's bored, so then she's got to cause chaos.
Yep. She is. She's a chaos
I found
queen.
her in Brad's bedroom.
Oh no, that's a free for all in there.
I know. She's in the pirate ship bed.
Was she sitting there?
Well, she had dumped over his smoothie, and I didn't know it, but she was licking it, cleaning it up. So she must have dumped it over on purpose.
I swear.
But I was like, you taking a trip in the pirate ship bed, or what's happening? What's going on? It was like having two toddlers.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm sorry.
But she loves, like, letting Brant do anything to her.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like you would tell when she gets over it, but she'll just
So
leave.
that hula thing is heavy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I just don't, did he have food?
No.
She just was okay with that around her neck.
Was he calling her a princess or something? And was putting it around her. And she's like, okay. And then she literally just walked around with it. And she wasn't like trying to fight off. Walked around like, come here, let me take it off of you. Like, you poor thing.
God, that poor baby.
I know.
Poor baby.
Poor pitiful thing.
Poor thing.
It was a good time though.
Yeah. I'm sure it was.
I mean, it was nice to have a little bit of a break. Like, I'm sure for you guys too, like not having softball.
Oh, it was weird.
It was almost like I was on spring break too.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true.
I didn't have any hair.
Wow.
That's my first week.
So
I
it was
didn't
just
have
like a
any
relaxed
hair since like the middle of February.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
So it was like you didn't have much to do. Got to catch up on some shows.
Yep.
1923.
You did all that.
Put a knife to my heart. I don't know. Why would you do that?
I don't know.
There's no reason for her to die.
No.
Sorry.
Nope.
If you didn't watch it.
I don't get why she didn't.
I'm so annoyed by it. Because there was no reason.
So they keep saying, because at the end he says that he got a widow.
Mm-hmm.
They're saying that the widow because I guess there's going to be a spinoff show, is what I heard.
I can't.
I heard people, I don't know if people are just saying it just to say it, but they're saying, because they don't say who it was, they just say a widow.
Yeah.
And they're thinking maybe it was Jack's wife.
Okay, that's so weird, because I was like, what if they get together?
Yeah.
That's so wild, because supposedly she's gonna leave.
Yeah.
She ain't gonna leave. But then I put two and two, okay, I might be wrong, because remember, I'm not really good with dates, but I put two and two together. Is that the dad? The baby?
The new baby.
Yeah.
That's not John. That's his dad. So the baby, which baby? The baby. That's born.
Yeah.
His
name's John?
His name's John, but it's Kevin Costner's dad.
Okay, because I was like,
so we're not there yet.
I feel like that would be too long.
Yeah, we're not there yet.
Okay, so
that's
going to be a John and a John.
There's
John Jr.
They're all Johns, yeah.
Okay. That was the saddest thing.
I know, right?
I was like, because you said
how do
it
you
was
go
sad.
this whole time? How do you go and fight for all that and then
that's
that
what
happens?
kind of pissed me off, I'm not going to lie.
But I was just crazy. Like, they literally said, like, you knew he was a badass.
Oh.
But, like, he literally came in and just shut it down in 5 minutes.
Literally 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, she warned them. Aunt Carol warned them. You wait.
Yeah.
Till my nephew gets home.
Yep.
And they're like, okay, no, you wait.
Yeah.
It's not going to take long. But that was a mess.
Yeah.
That was scary. I cried when the one guy got shot. What was his name? I messed up because I was already on a different show.
The other son?
Yes.
Yeah, when he died? Yeah.
I said, that's when I first started crying. I said, Excuse me, why did that just happen?
Yeah, no, I
Why
didn't.
did you have to kill him? He was like the sweet little innocent guy.
I know, it was really sad.
He didn't even like
Nope.
cause any chaos yet.
Nope.
I was like,
No,
wow.
well, he should have listened. He should have went out on his own, dude.
True. Yeah, so that sent me over the edge.
Mm-hmm.
That show, I was crying so
I was bawling.
hard.
I was bawling.
I'm like, what
I
is
don't know if I
happening?
bawled more in 1883 or
This one got me.
1920.
I think
You know,
1920 got me. That end, I don't know why.
yeah,
Even though I couldn't stand the accent,
it was
I
hard.
have a hard time. With
You
that.
got to binge it.
Yes.
See,
There's no way
I
I
had
could have.
to freaking
No.
wait. I
Not
think
that-
I had to wait 2 years for the second season, or not, almost 2 years.
Yeah, there's no way I could have done that. There's certain seasons of things that you can do that.
Yeah.
But that one was like
know.
it was too intense.
That's why I've kept Paramount Plus.
Yeah. We do. We still have it. I don't even watch anything.
You're not watching it. What's
I'm
on
like,
there right now?
well,
Oh, that
for-
smile.
Oh, yeah,
that
I am
one's-
watching
Is that one over now?
No, it's still going.
Oh, okay.
We're not caught up because we never get to watch it because it says bad words.
Oh,
So we
so
don't
you
watch
have
it in
you're
front
at
of
that
Brianna,
one.
you know.
You're at that.
But so I got
That's
sucked
right.
into what is it called? A Good American Family, or what's it called?
But it's something like
American
that.
Family.
Yeah.
Good American
The
Family.
Natalia Grace.
Okay, so you told me about it. I was like, I can't watch that because Meredith Grey.
Meredith Grey's in it, and it's just gonna jack it all
It's
up.
not gonna
and-
work.
Yeah.
And it looked so cheesy.
Yeah.
So I was, but the real documentary.
Not the document.
You don't know.
Documentary.
Documentary.
You're there, almost there. You just had to keep it going.
kept coming up, and I was like, I gotta know.
Yeah.
So I started the Good American Family, whatever it's
Yeah.
called, and I'm watching it, and I'm like, what?
I don't get it because one episode I'm like
Okay.
she's a kid, and then I'm like she's
So
22.
there's no way she's 22, right?
I still don't. Do we know?
Yeah.
Does everybody know now?
So, well, supposedly.
Okay.
See, I have so many questions. So many questions.
Okay.
So, it's still, the series is still going.
Okay.
The Good American
Yes,
Family,
yes,
whatever
yes.
it's called. That's still in. I thought it was over, but it wasn't, because I was like, we're still missing stuff. But, so I watched it until I'm caught up,
Mm-hmm.
and then I said, I gotta watch this documentary, because I gotta know.
Yeah.
I gotta know the real
Yeah,
stuff.
you can't wait for another.
So, I would watch a couple, like, 2 episodes, and then I'd go to mom and dad's, and I gotta tell dad about it. Because he likes that kind of stuff.
oh gosh,
So
and they
I'm
probably
like-
can't watch it because it's
No.
on Hulu.
So they got to hear from me. So
Yeah.
I'm telling them, I was like, this girl is pretending to be a kid and she's 22.
Yeah.
I'm convinced.
Yeah.
Convinced. Because the way they were saying it, everything. Next day, I go back and watch more. I'm like, she's not 22. So I had to go back to that. I said, she's not really 22,
Listen,
Dad.
I gotta back it up. I gotta back up
Not
my
true, I
facts.
tell you the truth. Because it flips and flops and flips and flops. I'm shook.
Is there no test out there to tell you?
So she ends up taking a test.
Yeah.
And it's saying that she, like, her normal age would be right now as of like 20 to 22 ranging. So she supposedly was a child. But then this documentary is so wild because nobody's telling the truth. I don't even believe the test because I don't even know because there was doctors that lied.
So what
So
I don't
who's
get,
telling the truth?
so what I don't get is there's one person that knows, and it's her.
And she said she was a kid.
I mean, have you been alive for 6 years, or have you been alive for 22 years?
And then like parts where she was like, I don't remember much.
So my thing is, was it
You gotta
because
watch
she
it.
wanted? Huh?
You gotta watch it. It's weird.
Was
It's
it
creepy.
because she wanted her medical bills paid for?
So that's what-
by a American Family.
That's what people were saying. But I think it came down to she was a messed up kid because she was in an orphanage before.
Okay.
And supposedly she was like raped and stuff.
Oh.
Being
Okay.
little.
Yeah.
So, but there was a little scene that showed that like they were getting a hold of her mom, and her mom said, "I've been fighting this for 17 years,"
Yes.
which would have been putting her at
22.
that age.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I think she was a child, and then the Barnetts were the first adopted family. Supposedly, knew she really was a kid, and they just didn't want to deal with her. But how
I
in
don't
real life
get
can you
it.
change somebody's age?
But I just don't get it
There's
because
still too much question. Even watching the whole documentary, because I finally
you
finished
still
it,
don't know, like,
there's just too many gaps in things that I'm like, how? Because it's not like it was hundreds of years ago that's happened.
no. It's like, how old is she right now?
Like
Yeah.
there was lots of things happening not very many years ago.
I don't
So
get it. I don't
there's
get
just too much information, and they're saying like the way her growth, like her bones and stuff were
Mhm.
as she was a kid. So I'm just like, I think she obviously was a troubled child because obviously in every home she was in,
Mhm.
there's problems.
There's problems. Well, yeah, like the one gave her back.
The first,
Very first,
one,
yeah.
and then the Barnetts got her,
Yeah.
and then they got rid of her, and she went to somebody else. She found this other family.
Yes, I'm there
I'm
on
like-
that episode.
Like the documentary.
No, just on the episodes.
Oh, so in that they haven't showed even more. That's why I got so shook.
Okay.
You get shook to your core, and then it was too much, and then I started getting mad because it just went in circles and circles.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
I almost wanted to give up because I'm like, this is getting annoying.
Yep.
Because why can't you just tell the truth?
Just tell the truth. At this point, what's it gonna hurt?
What?
It's not gonna hurt anything now.
And I still don't know if the Barnetts really got in trouble because I know the dad.
They're not together anymore.
No,
Okay.
the dad's crazy. He's the one that's on the documentary.
Oh, okay. Yes,
I
yes.
think
Okay.
he's on drugs
Oh,
because the way he acts is
Really?
kind of out of character. Well, I don't know what his
Gotcha,
character is,
gotcha.
but like,
but the actor that plays is kind of weird.
so it's obviously
because at first I was like, this is super cheesy and they're acting super weird, but they're acting
you
like
gotta watch, yeah, because he's
that he
different.
needs a freaking Emmy or what is it called?
Oh, like a Oscar or whatever.
Yeah,
Or
the
is
TV
that what
show's
you're
an
talking
Emmy, isn't
about?
it?
Is it? I don't
I don't
know.
know.
I know what you're talking about.
I don't know.
An award
Yeah,
for acting.
an award.
It's
It's like a reward.
Yeah, so it's just like
I gotta keep. Okay,
when it finished, I was like, "That's it," because I
Oh,
still
really?
had so many more questions. And she wasn't truthful about stuff either, though.
Mm,
Like she was being shady.
yeah, yeah. The little
the little girl.
Natalia.
Yeah, she was being shady. So I'm like, I don't know. I feel bad for her though because she was supposed to have so many search. She could have had like stuff fixed a long time
Yeah.
ago, but all this crap was going on. Nobody was, instead of worrying about her.
Yeah.
Everybody was, worried about
Everything. What age she was.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's a crazy one. That's crazy.
I was just like, I'm so shook. I'm like, can I just talk to her?
Yeah, you know what? Put it right here.
We'll bring her on the pod.
We'll bring her on the pod. We'll get a light shined on her.
Let me question her.
And we will question her. We will get the answer out.
because I don't know.
We would, dude.
I think so. We would be good at it.
Like, listen, we have to know.
Like, just tell me the truth. I gotta know.
I gotta know.
How old are you? Because that's a sad. I can imagine an 8 to 10-year-old out on your own. Well, this is
Living,
it.
yeah.
No matter what, they should have got in trouble because she is handicapped. So no matter what, she needs somebody to be with her.
yeah, no, yeah.
So no matter what, you neglected her, even if
Yeah.
she's a child or an adult.
So why didn't they just go to the cops?
Because there's more to it. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Like, why don't you just go to the cops and like say we gotta, you know what I'm saying?
Because
does that make
supposedly
sense?
she was threatening going to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, why wouldn't you just go to cops?
Yeah.
If you had these suspicions of she was an
Yeah.
adult.
There's too much unanswered stuff.
And then he so they separated, and then he started thinking, she's saying the wife was just crazy.
Yeah.
And he's like, I had nothing to do with
Yep.
it.
Okay.
Well, you did.
You did. Yeah.
You did. I don't know. It was just too much. That was what my week was full of. Natalia
So that's
Grace.
it. Okay.
I've sucked
And
in.
chicken feed. Okay.
Chicken feed. Yes.
Okay.
Just wild.
I gotta watch the documentary then.
You'll get annoyed. I'm not gonna lie, because I was like, listen, because I was like, oh, we got to figure it out.
Yeah.
We got to figure it out.
We'll sit
And
down
then
and figure
the
it out.
Next episode, something else, and then the next episode.
So
something
Dad
else.
was sucked in though.
Oh, I sucked him in. And
Mm.
I still haven't got to talk to him figuring out the end result. But there really isn't an end result for me.
No. Okay.
Because supposedly she's She was a kid when
She
it
was
happened.
a kid. Then
So they
needs to be in
somebody
trouble.
changed her address. Changed
Birth
her
certificate?
back. Because
Okay.
supposedly she was born in 2003. And they put her as 1980 something.
Gotcha. Okay.
But, so that doctor should be in trouble, though, is what I'm like. People should be in trouble.
Somebody needs to be in trouble over it.
Like, where's the loophole that you were able
There's
to get
got to
out?
be evidence of stuff.
Yeah, they're just saying a doctor signed off on it, and he's like, oh. Because they're questioning him now. Not now, but like in there.
Yeah.
If he did it or whatever. And I'm just like, all right, just freaking tell. Everybody just needs to stop lying
Yeah.
and tell the
Just
dang truth.
Tell the truth. You know where liars go?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
At the end of the day, still you're trying to stay out of jail. You're going to be in a worse place
Yeah.
in the end.
No. Yep.
So, I don't know. I got heated.
Yeah.
I got heated because I was just like, there's just too much. It was good, though. Poor thing.
So I was like, I didn't even have time to do shows this week.
Oh, you guys weren't home.
No,
Or you're
like
talking
this
about
week
this week.
coming
Oh,
up,
yeah,
you know? Like, I was supposed to have jury duty Monday.
Jury duty, blackmail, pink slip, jury duty.
Jury duty Monday. Nails Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Lashes
Too
Wednesday.
chaotic.
Orthodontist Thursday.
Too chaotic.
And Morgan's on vacation.
Mm-hmm.
And I told my nail lady, I'm like, listen, I was gonna have like jury duty. I didn't have to end up going,
Mhm.
but I told her, I said, I don't know what I would have done if I got called and had to go back the next day. I would have to cancel my nail appointment, and you can't get back in.
Well, you should have
or
stood up
lash.
and said,
Listen,
I have a nail
I have
appointment."
3 broken nails.
Like,
I have
look. Have you ever been on a jury?
I have. They put me up there,
Me
but
too.
but when they found out Morgan was in law enforcement, they're like,
I used him. I was 18
Are you
when they
serious?
first did it to me.
Oh my god! And
And
you used Morgan.
I was shaking in my
good.
boots, sweating. And I said, my brother-in-law's in law enforcement.
Bye.
And they're like, see ya. I was like, thank God.
But Dad's been on one
Mm-hmm.
and actually served on
He
one.
did. He served. Put his time
And he
in.
had 2 eyes at that point. Both eyes worked. Figure that out. And he had a wallet.
Also, if anybody finds a wallet, it's my dad's.
Yeah, anybody finds a wallet, it's our dad's. He lost it all. And a Sam's Club card.
Sam's Club card. That's probably my worst day was losing the Sam's Club card.
Probably. Probably, dude. That's sad.
Not the hunting license because he's got it figured out. He lost the hunting fishing license
Okay. In the wallet?
in the wallet.
How big was his wallet?
He had a trifold. Because that's what Mom told the girl on the phone. Because she said, when she called, she said,
Like, how old is he?
my husband may have left his wallet there. And she goes, what kind of wallet? A trifold. And I'm like,
The lady was probably like, a what?
she's like, hey Siri, what's a trifold?
A trifold? I didn't even know.
So he's got the flip, and the flip.
Oh,
flip.
like a filing cabinet.
Straight up, you know him.
Oh,
Wow,
dude.
that. So he lost his hunting and fishing license, and so he got figured out
Okay, that's good. That's good.
because it's due, and he has until June.
Oh, okay. Well, it's,
But you can get him reprinted out, but
Okay.
it costs money. He's like,
nah, I ain't gonna
I'll
do
print
nothing.
out my receipt
I just won't do nothing. Yo.
to show I paid for it, and then I'll just renew it in June. He's got it figured out. That's probably the first thing he figured out.
Probably, yeah. That
Hunting,
and then
fishing,
Sam's Club.
loving every day. That and Sam's Club. Yeah. This week's been wild.
Jeez.
Well, they were out partying.
yeah.
Going
We
to
don't.
concerts.
Yeah, like we don't understand. Like they decide that they just like want to like their concert. Like I didn't even know they went.
Well,
They're like, well, he lost at the concert. I said, the what?
the what?
But like you where?
What?
Okay.
We're gonna have to put him on the episode with the concert.
To circle back around to that topic.
The only reason why I knew was because he said something about a a couple days before. I was leaving the house and he said, "Did you hear I'm going to a concert?" I'm like, "What concert?" He said, "Alabama."
Alabama.
I'm like, "What is that?"
yeah, I don't even know.
And he started singing a song.
Oh my god, dude.
And I was like, "Oh." So it was like their kind of music.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm like, "That's cool, that's
Okay.
cool. All right.
I mean, they just went to Reba so in March, Alabama.
I said, "Who's coming next?" Mom goes, "Tim McGraw."
Oh my god, dude.
I said, "Get out of here. Get out of here." I'm like, "Well, you're definitely going to need
Yeah,
help with
Brody's gonna be ticked.
Do you like Tim McGraw?
No, because he hasn't been in concert yet.
I was like, when do you listen to Tim McGraw?
Well, yeah, when are they getting boots?
Well,
is Dad gonna wear with his cargo
That's what the
shorts?
first.
Yeah.
When they were going to Reba, I said, "Well, what are you going to wear?"
Brian's cowboy hat?
Dad said, "I'm going to get me some boots." Well, your shorts. But at this point, they need to commit to boots.
They need to commit.
If you're going to go to more than one country concert, you have to commit.
Yeah.
So,
it's time to commit.
It's time.
It is.
Ka-tang. Oh my god.
Maybe something with a zipper so he doesn't lose his
No,
wallet.
he's gonna get a cowboy wallet. The big tall one.
Tall boy.
So you know if it's missing.
Yeah, yep.
Or he's like, "I'm gonna get a chain."
I've always been scared to lose my wallet.
Me too. I said, at least you're not a girl. Because the stuff we keep in our wallets, I mean, right now I have a tiny wallet. But typically I have one of them zipper wallets, and that thing stuffed in it.
Yeah.
I'm like, am I alive?
Yes.
And then I go, "You don't have your social security card in there, right?" He looks at me. "You're not supposed to do that." I'm like, "I know that. I'm just saying some people do." He goes, "Well, that's dumb." Listen.
Somebody ripped somebody a new one on one of the local Facebook pages. Because they said something about I think it was losing a wallet, and they had their. She said it. I don't know, was she or he said they had their social security card in there. And so instead of somebody being like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I'll keep a lookout," they gotta be like, "Don't you know you're never supposed to have your social security card in there?" It's like, listen, you're literally putting salt into the wound right now. It is already done. Stop Monday quarterbacking the situation. Yeah. I lost my wallet. I'm asking for help.
That's all I'm
yes,
asking.
I made a mistake. Shut your face.
I get it. I know.
That was funny that you brought that up.
Well, that's what I'm like, Dad, I know, because you taught me to never do that.
Yeah.
I said, good thing.
What do you need your social security number
You should
for?
memorize that stinking thing.
I know. I memorized mine in Morgan's. I don't know the kids.
I don't know Brent's either, but I know.
But I what do we need it for? With Morgan in the Army, they always use social security card.
Oh, really?
Like for everything.
Instead of birthdays, like.
Yep, everything. It's always that. So that's how I always remember that. But I don't know what else you would need it for.
You only need it when you do your taxes, but typically it's on one of your papers. You know what I mean?
So Dad needs to just memorize them.
So just memorize them all. There's only 9 of us.
Yeah.
So figure it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Figure it out.
So yeah, I was just well, that's dumb if people do that. I've seen people do that.
Listen. That's dumb.
So nobody, if you have your social security card in your wallet right now, take it out.
Take it
out. You could lose your wallet
Just
tomorrow.
put it in your safe or put it in your filing cabinet.
I told him we're gonna put an air tag in his wallet though.
That's smart.
Or on him.
I do have like a little cube for
a cube.
It's called Cube, but it's like an air tag for. It's like an app on your phone for a color.
Well, I should have had one on mine the other day. Because that happened in between all the spring break, too, when I lost my stupid dog.
Yeah. I thought she was going on a milk carton.
She was. Already had the picture printed. She was gone.
Or you just, kept checking Facebook
I did.
For people to be like,
in between calling you and calling Mom, calling Brian, I'm, looking on Facebook. I'm like, somebody's going to post here in Biggs if there's a black dog running on Beach Street. There's gonna be one. There's gonna be one. She's got a crooked tail. She's on there. Somebody find her.
I like pictures. Somebody takes a picture. Sasquatch in the woods.
Yeah,
and she's just in the woods.
Yeah, with her ears. And I'm like, I literally was like, somebody will post it.
Yeah,
I will get there fast enough.
Yeah.
She was just in our backyard.
Just
not listening to her mom, as
Nope.
everyone else does.
yeah.
Just doesn't listen. So
No.
she's
That's okay. Yeah.
she's here and all accounted
Yep.
for.
That's it. That's
Coda
it.
did sneak out. She snuck out. Listen, this is what happened.
Of the door?
She was sleeping,
Yeah.
taking a nap, and I didn't. She had been there for so many days, so it's like normal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I went to go grab something out of my car, and my car was backed out, so there was like room.
Yeah.
And I walked out to grab something, and I turned around, and she's like this.
Just frozen?
In the carport. I'm like,
What are you doing?
what are you doing?
Back it on up.
I'm like, you're not supposed to be out here. I'm like, how did you even hear the door open? She had like the tired eyes and everything.
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm gonna sneak out.
Like, where are you gonna go?
Get back in there, because I'm not chasing you. It's just like, I just want to see what's happening.
I was seeing what's going on. I was getting
Mhm.
groceries for you.
That's what it was.
She's nuts.
She's great.
She's nuts.
But it was funny because I was like, you did get. I forgot that she got out on the side door, and I was like, listen,
Right?
I'm not. He's too old to run.
I know. I know.
Well, Brian said, does she still do that? I'm like, I don't think so. And she's
Not
like,
really.
wait, Amy did say her and Bear took off the other day.
I don't know why they did that, but Bear was there. That was something different, you know. Took off down the
Because
street.
usually she'll just walk out
Yeah,
the door
and like greet people and then walk back in, sort of
Mhm.
thing.
mm-hmm.
She's nuts, dude. She's nuts. So we
Oh.
got a full week next week
mm-hmm.
too. We got cousins coming in.
Will we have a new podcast by then?
Next Friday is the first
Will we have seen them
or
by
the second. Carrie's coming on the first,
then? Okay.
and they're coming on that Friday. So it's gonna be.
I'm so messed up on my days.
I know,
I'm trying to
I know.
figure it out because I thought prom was last weekend
Oh,
I was all
no,
jacked
no,
up.
Prom's this
because
weekend.
they were going to the concert and I was going to say, Mom, you know prom's tonight, right? I was messed up. I was so messed up.
No, yeah. So yeah, I forgot about that. We got prom, senior prom. That's it.
That's it. Put her in the book.
Put her in the book. There's this TikTok going on where it's like your last 3 big events
Oh,
in
that's
high school, and it's like you put the prom dress.
Uh,
One had like an FFA jacket, and then your graduation cap and gown. I told her she needs to do prom dress, her softball uniform,
That's really
and the
sad.
cap and gown. Yeah,
That's
we're on like a
really
month
sad.
month to go, dude.
Whoa.
Yeah, so we got that. We got we'll have a podcast before the actual walk
Mm.
because that's gonna be the Friday
Mhm.
before. But we got that next weekend, so
When does Carrie come?
the first.
The first? What?
So Thursday, next Thursday.
I think it'll be so fun.
Yeah.
Everybody
And then they
here.
come on. They come on the first. Bailey comes. I think she said the 30th or something like that. So that's a little family reunion. That's gonna be
Mhm.
fun.
Family
I'm excited.
reunion.
I'm excited about that.
I
So
know.
that'll be a good one.
It'll be fun. It'll be a good time. It's gonna just be chaotic.
It is. It is
This
gonna be
next
chaotic. Very chaotic.
Couple weeks, so bear with us. 'cause
Like
it's-
today was like ordering grad invites.
How'd you get that?
Oh, I did so much. It's just I have a list of things I gotta do.
Do you check it? Check it.
Check. It's weird because the whole year has been pretty laid back. I'm saying like doing,
No,
you know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Like been laid back, and then all of a sudden it's like it's like your baby pictures. Like you have to get all this stuff in at a certain time, and it's like it's kind of all. And then doing their graduation parties before graduation is kind of
Yeah.
because usually you would have to wait till afterwards,
Yeah.
and then doing sober grad and stuff. So that's gonna be
It's gonna be chaotic from here on out. I
just
feel like.
get through
It's
May.
just- like you want to, but you don't want to.
I know.
You want to get it over with because it's gonna be so crazy. But
I know. I'm thinking when they do they do that rite of passage thing.
so
So Allie, this is what's crazy. Allie goes out,
that's so special. Though.
and then Brody goes into the freshman.
that's gonna be so
That's
cute.
insane.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy. It was funny. They were telling me the other day. They're like, "Why couldn't you just have Brody a year younger, and we could have at least 1 year in high school
Oh yeah,
together?"
they had so much fun.
Oh, so much fun.
Yeah, I'm sure.
That'd been fun. So yeah,
That's pretty much it.
that's pretty much it.
Pretty
I know
chaos.
it's a long one because there's 2 weeks of chit chat.
chit chat.
And we try not to talk to each other.
No, we're like, don't tell me stuff.
Yeah, like if there's something that happens
Don't
or
talk to
whatever,
me.
we don't talk. We just have to don't even look each other in the eyes.
Look away! I'm like trying to want to tell her something. I'm like, no, I can't even look at you.
I'm going to save it for the pod.
Yeah.
Save it for the pod.
I had to save the cheap food.
You did. I knew she'd probably done something, but
3-course.
3-course meal.
Appetizer.
She probably had a
main
bib
meal.
on and everything.
She's like,
She's got the wine.
yeah, after the tampon.
Good soup.
Good soup.
Gosh.
Oh, man. We love it here.
Dang it.
We love it
Dang
here.
it. Dang it. Dang it. So, that's it for this week.
And we'll see you next week.
We'll see you next week with let you know what happens that
New
week.
chaos.
New chaos. So make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll talk to you next week.
See you next week.
See ya.